Today on the BlastCast, we discuss the Hornet Revamp, GamesCon just a few hours away, some No Man's Sky stuff because why not, and some other miscellaneous. Today on the BlastCast. Greetings, everyone, and welcome to a late edition of the BlastCast. Once again, I'm Jarvis, and with me, as always, is my bastion of common sense, Lightning Dragon. A little bit of delay this week on the BlastCast, work-related, but such is real life. Sometimes it smashes you right upside the face, and there's nothing you can do about it. Of course, we have GamesCon going on. By the time this video is released, it should just be a few hours away. They'll be doing live streaming over the course of, I think, 5 days. And there's been a lot of tweets, especially from Disco Lando, where he's showing, like, for example, the last picture was a selection of shirts that he's going to be wearing during the course of the week, all with Star Citizen logo. So he's really ramped up for it. Looks like he's ready to go. And, yeah, I've been looking forward to seeing what kind of information comes out. It should be a hell of a week to kind of see where the game development is going. Of course, patch PTU 2.5H is out. One of the things that people are talking about in particular with this patch is that they have slowed down acceleration on a lot of different vehicles, especially the larger ones, which I'm completely in agreement with. They've also brought the Gladius back up in speed and maneuverability, which also makes sense because they had it basically to a point where it flew almost like a Hornet, if not worse. And so they've got it back to where it's actually
$90 fighter. It better be good in the performance parts.
Well, yeah, it handles like a light fighter, yeah, which is what you want.
And it explodes like a light fighter too. So
that's another thing that's been changing too. Actually, now that you mention it, people have been doing tests on ramming asteroids and things because that's what people do. And the ships don't explode as quickly. In fact, they're more likely to take more take physical damage or have things break up. They don't explode like they did before. So it looks like what they're trying to do is reduce the catastrophic damage on ships as well.
That's good.
Yeah, because with complex systems and things like having escape pods or ejection systems, ships that just instantly explode, that doesn't really mesh very well with that. You know, it'd be nice to see ships completely disabled, spinning out of control. You know, now if you're realistically in a dogfight with somebody, and you know you've got an opponent out of commission, and there's like 3 more guys you got to deal with, you're not going to keep shooting at that guy who's not a threat to you anymore. You know, there's no point to that. You're just making yourself vulnerable. Also, as well, I did a 3-part series on No Man's Sky. I played a bit more since then, learned a lot of tricks that I didn't know, especially about lining up the items in the inventory that they're the same kind of modifications that creates a synergy, increase the boosts and things like that. I'm really enjoying the game. There's a lot of controversy. Some people don't like the game. Some people
want my opinion, not on your channel. We'd have an entire hour discussion.
We might make that an extra cast talking about the nature of maybe like expectations when it comes to games or whatnot. But the thing is that you know, I'm enjoying it. You know, I went into it relatively blind. I didn't watch a lot of footage on it. I mostly watched the trailers. So, you know, I didn't go in there expecting the world. I just kind of expected a nice diversion, and it does the job.
Other side of the spectrum where I was looking into all this stuff because it's like, what can you actually do in this game? Why don't you tell us? Stop just vaguely saying, oh, well, you can do this or you can do that.
Yeah. But, you know, as I said, to each their own. And we all look for different things in games, and that's one of the things that you know,
makes PC gaming great.
Yeah, there's enough variety out there.
Scrubs.
Well, this week, of course, last week they revealed the new F7A Mark II, and I think we should go ahead and, as we're going to talk about the Hornet, and we're going to get Lightning Dragon's opinions on it, I think it's time here we go ahead and introduce our new jingle, if you will, for the new Lightning Dragon Hornet section. So I'm going to put it in right about here.
It's the Hornet Report, starring
Lightning Dragon.
All right, so there we go. I hope you enjoyed it. Everybody, you know, that took a lot of post production, and I had to hire a band and all that. No, I was kidding. So, no, the
And you should also put up the image I found for you.
Yes.
As this new Hornet I am dubbing the Turtle or Tortoise.
the turtle.
Whichever you want to go with, it's the same thing.
But I like turtles, so it's all good. The thing is that the Hornet Revamp, the S7A Mark II, I'm in love with it. I think it's way better than the first design. And we did an episode a while back where we took the screenshots that were shown from that around the verse, and it pretty much came out the way that we were talking about it. And I'm very happy about that.
The pictures weren't stretched or skewed or anything. It was pretty much right on.
Yeah, and as you can see, I'm just running that video in the background here. You know, it really looks a lot tighter. Now, Chris stated that this is something that's going to be in Squadron 42 if you do really well. The thing is that a lot of players want this skin. They said they're going to revamp the old one. They said they're going to revamp the old Mark 1 series or whatnot, of the F7Cs. Well, no, the F7C, the one we have right now.
Oh, the C, okay.
Right, they're gonna go back over it, and they're gonna basically retool it so that like things don't clip. Like right now, the wings clip in through the intakes and things like that. It's just a lot of things that don't mesh with the
as
current
goofy
pipeline.
as it sounds. I'd be more interested to hear them say they're going to rehash the demo ship and make it a little bit tighter and more complete.
Well, you know, the F7A Mark I, and that was the one we saw in the initial trailers. And see, there was an upgrade that came out several years back, and I'll go ahead and put the picture here. It's the F7A Military Hornet upgrade. It was a Veterans Day exclusive that came out several years ago. Now I have one of these. Convert any one existing Anvil Aerospace Hornet in your inventory to the more rugged appearance of the single-seat military F7A Hornet. Can be applied to any style of F7M Hornet, Standard, Ghost Tracker, and Super Hornet. Now, I imagine that if it goes to a Super Hornet, you would still keep your 2 seats. I don't see how it would get rid of a seat. But the point is here is that
the co-pilot sits in your lap.
Hey, it all depends on the co-pilot. So it all depends on the nature of that co-pilot. I may not have a complaint. So the thing here is that now, but people have been talking about it, especially in the Hornet forums, that they want to have the new body type. And a lot of people are speculating because the Chris said flatly, you know, you're not going to have the F7A. But this coupon, I think if you have it, you might, because it doesn't make sense to me that this coupon would convert it to an F7A Mark I, which hasn't even been brought up to the engine standards. They would have to go back to the original ship from the F7A Mark I from the original trailer. Take that, redevelop it, update it.
Cut some of that in here.
Was I cutting in and out?
No, I'm saying hopefully you're cutting that in, like where the ships come out of the Bango carrier. That's the one.
Yeah. Well, yeah, everyone knows that the old standard Green Hornet you saw in the original trailer.
Yeah, it's kind of like its own little ugly iconic thing now.
Yeah. So I mean, they would have to go back and they need to retool all of that. And so I don't see them doing that for just a few people that have bought these Vet Day coupons. So what it was a $20 thing. They donated the money to the Veterans Administration, Veterans Association, or something like that, and it was one of the work charity organizations. And they didn't take it as pledge money for the game. And so what I'm thinking is, if you have one of these, is that they're going to allow you to go ahead and physically change. Now it won't make your ship an F7A Mark II. It'll make your ship an F7C Mark II, meaning that you'll still have all the civilian equivalents of weaponry and gear and all that. You'll just have the new body style,
the turtle body style.
Hey, I will take it, you know. And but this is just speculation, because we haven't really heard anything about this particular upgrade, which I think was available 2-3 years ago.
I think it was at least 2. At the very least.
Yeah, it was a while ago, and I jumped on it when it came out. So you know, I've been sitting on this thing. And I'm really hoping that it goes towards the new body style, because I'm really in love with it. I think it's great. Of course, as you've heard from my co-counsel here,
your love of turtles.
My love of turtles is he's not so hot on it, but you know, I don't know. I think it looks pretty sleek. I'm really interested in seeing how the Super Hornet looks in that particular setup, because Super Hornet's got, you know, a little bit longer nose. It's got a little bit bigger wings. Engine's a little bit bigger. So it's one of those things that, you know, some of the angles and stuff that you don't like might look different, and it might be more balanced visually from your perspective. So you know, you may not like the F7 F7C, but you may like the M version. So we'll have to see what happens with that. So yeah, basically the Hornet was just something that just blew me away. I'm really looking forward to seeing what they do with like the 300 series. The same guy who worked on the Hornet is going to be working on revamping the 300 series as well. That's a series that I feel doesn't need as much work as the Hornet needed. But
no, it's pretty tight, really.
Right.
I mean, the biggest thing to do is make it so that when you shoot the engines off, it doesn't just blow the entire ship in half.
Well, they also, because the ship carries cargo, they need to make it so that the cargo loads from a drop door, goes straight down, as opposed to.
But I mean, honestly, you wouldn't even have to do that much if you just
Right.
gave it like a little kind of a bulge in the belly area, and
Yeah.
then you have panels you fold up when you're inside of it, and you just drop the cargo in, and you're done. You haven't changed much. Maybe you can make it look aesthetic, but you don't have to do a whole lot. I mean, it's got very long landing gear.
Yeah.
So if you added another meter of space on the bottom, that might be a little bit too much, like half a meter or something.
Yeah.
You have tons of room on the interior, and it's a small fighter / personal transport is what it really is in the lore universe. So it doesn't need to be super combat ready or anything like that.
And with GamesCon going on this week, you can about guarantee that sometime during the course of this week that the 2.5 is going to go to live. That was kind of an important deal for them, making sure that 2.5 went to live for GamesCon. Now, what I'm still wondering about is that they talked about there was going to be a ship reveal, and I still wonder, was that the Argo? Because that seemed a bit early. I mean, they released they showed the Argo and whatnot really early. They said flyable concept ship, and that could be the Argo. I'm hoping it's not. I'm hoping there's something else they're pulling out, because I mean, the Argo. I mean, from a realistic world kind of perspective, that's the kind of ship that you could see it has a function, and it has something that would be.
But from a player's perspective, it's very limited.
It's like I have a choice between racing a race car and racing a forklift. I'm not really hot on the idea of driving the forklift. That's what it is. It's a space forklift, So it's cool. I think it's nice to see that level of detail. I just don't care. I mean, about having one. I care it exists. I just don't care about having one. And the only thing I think a lot of people are going to be buying that thing when it goes on sale here. I think they said this could be like $30 for one of them, or some sort of discount for two. It's like $35 for one of them.
I think the only reason people would buy
LTI
them
tokens.
is, yes, exactly, LTI tokens.
It's an LTI token ship. That's what it comes down to. People are gonna be buying those things. Like, I'll buy two of them so I get the ship I actually want with LTI. That's exactly. If they would ever get the downgrade kit too, I would downgrade my Freelancer Max back to an Aurora, get one of these things, and then get a Freelancer Max with LTI from an upgrade token ship.
I wouldn't mind trading my Gladius into an Avenger. It's just it's $90 versus like $65 or something.
Well, you wait till they have the Avenger with the EMP.
But isn't that one like $70? It's not much different. There's like a $5 difference between them. It's like $60 for the base, and then it's like $65 for the non-prison transport one. Why is it more expensive? Shouldn't that one be the base model?
No, I think it's $60 for the base, and then $65 for the prison transport one, and then it's like a little bit more for the EMP. And you can pull that stuff out, and the EMP I kind of like because you don't need to keep it in the back. You can unequip it, so you can use it like a standard one. But you have this option of being the most obnoxious guy out there. and that's,
that remains to be seen, depending on how they do the.
It even disables yourself. I mean, that's kind of funny. So I would just I would have fun with that. But no, that particular one, if I get stuck in that upgrade situation with the Reliant that's talking about, that's when we do it cross chassis to that one. So anyway, guys, not to be particularly long-winded, this has been a hell of a week. I think it's safe to say that Lightning and I are relatively exhausted. At least I am, and so we're not going to make this extremely long-winded. There hasn't been a lot of news this week. And
the only thing I'm tired of is grinding in ESO.
Yeah, we've been playing a lot of ESO too.
I just want to catch up already.
Yeah, so basically, it's one of those things that it's been a drought. Starting tomorrow, it's going to be a flood. So, grab onto something.
And we might see German battleships for World of Warships if anybody cares for that game. I know I'm mildly excited about it, but in the end, I'll probably look at it and go, too much of a grind.
Oh
not
yeah,
worth it.
and his channel's linked in my description below. But what was that game you were playing?
Steel Ocean.
Steel Ocean. He found one on Steam. It's a lot like World of Warships, but
Well,
in a lot of
Captain
ways,
Tyler found it, but
well,
yeah.
Captain Tyler found it. But anyway, you did a video on it, and it's on your channel. And for those of you kind of like who are into World of Warships or looking for something a little bit different, you may want to check out his video. I find it very interesting, and it's free to play game as well.
I've been thinking about taking the Tier 4 battleship. I have it unlocked, but I haven't purchased it because we were both playing in Tier 3 the whole time. So it's like I could unlock that one and play it, and then I could see some of the upgrades. And I don't know, I'm doing ESO so much lately to try and catch up. 15 levels to go.
All right, guys. Well, I said I'm gonna be probably get back to either go to sleep, or if I can't sleep, play some more No Man's Sky. So it's been a heck of a week.
Addicted.
Yeah, I enjoy it. I don't care what the people are saying. I am finding it fun. I like not knowing what I find in every world, and it's a hoot to me. I found some really interesting things so far.
This planet's color is brown. This planet's color is green. Yay!
Hey, I found more planets are just brown and green. That's not fair at all. Anyway, guys, leave comments down below and about what you think about the Hornet. What did you think about that upgrade coupon? Do you think it's going to apply to the F7A Mark II style body, or do you think they're going to try to go ahead and bring it back to the F7A Mark I style body? I'm curious to see what your thoughts are on that. So, anyway, it's kind of a short one, but thanks for listening, and we'll catch you next week, probably with more information than we can possibly handle.
Hope.
Yeah, we can hope. All right. Catch you later, guys.
Bye-bye.
Whoa. Whoa. All right. Whoa. Too much speed. No. Oh. Okay.